if your foundation is not solid, you cannot build skyscraper. If you want to build solid skyscrapers, you have to concentrate on your foundation. Same way, if you want to become master of Kubernetes, you have to become master of Kubectl. You have to understand all the options related to Kubectl, because Kubectl is a tool which is actually managing your entire Kubernetes cluster. In the previous video, I already explained you what is Kubectl, and in this video, we are going to concentrate on some of the Kubectl action. My name is Bhavesh Atara. Welcome to CloudFox Hub Zero to Hero series. Let's start. As always, to practice Kubernetes, we will use CloudFox Workstation. CloudFox Workstation is virtual machine appliance which you can use to practice all the Kubernetes commands. If you want to download CloudFox Workstation, you can download it free from our website. Link is in description, and it is perfect way to practice Kubernetes. If you are preparing for CK exam, this tool is the best. I'm going to use Kubectl through the CloudFox Workstation. Here I have my appliance already started. Once you start your appliance, you will get IP address. You have to go to your browser. You have to enter this IP address. If you are new, you just need to create CloudFox account. If you have already existing username and password, you can directly sign into your appliance. Now, here we have different types of labs, and we are right now concentrating on guided lab. In the previous video, we understood first Kubectl command using lab number 1. Here, we are going to start with understanding Kubectl action, lab number 2. In this particular lab, we have 10 different tasks. If you want to understand all the details about tasks, you can also start concept tour. But right now, as I am explaining you everything, I am not going to use this concept tour. I am going to start console directly. In order to start console, you just need to click on start lab. It will take 30 to 40 seconds, and then you will have ready to use console from which you can perform Kubectl commands. Okay, so this is my lab. Now let's start with the description. In this lab, we will understand how Kubectl action word works. So in the Kubectl, first we are giving command Kubectl, and then the next word we have is actually action. Now this word can be get, run, describe, create, or delete. Kubectl is actually asking Kubernetes to do something. We will use pod and namespace only as a simple demo object for the practice. If you don't know about pod and namespace yet, don't worry. Our focus is not to learn them deeply here. Our focus is to only understand the Kubectl task action right now. If I want to explain you action, I have to perform some action, like I'm going to create a pod, I'm going to create namespace. Now problem is, we don't know anything about namespace or pod right now because we have just started our Kubernetes journey. So don't worry about this. What is pod? We will talk about it. What is namespace? We will talk about it. No need to worry. Right now, we just need to understand what actions we are taking with Kubectl. Okay, although I'm going to explain you all these 10 commands, so you don't need to worry about it, but your concentration will be on the action, not on the resources that we are going to create. So the first command is check existing pod. Now look at this. This is a command. Now if you understand this, Kubectl is a command. Now get is actually action, and here we want to see the pods. For example, I have one Kubernetes cluster. I want to verify that how many pods running inside this Kubernetes cluster. In this case, I'm going to use this command. and here the get is actually action. Now let me run this command. So look what I'm getting. I'm getting this message. No resources found in the default namespace. Now what is namespace? We don't know about it. No need to worry. But from this command, I can understand that in this particular cluster, we have no existing ports, right? So get action is used to find out if we have any resources inside our cluster or not. Now here I am using ports, but in upcoming videos, we will use so many other resources as well, but this command will be same. Kubectl get will be same, right? Okay. Now let's move to the next command. Now next command is we are actually going to create pod, right? So here I am using this command. Now if you understand this command, kubectl, again it is a command, run is an action. Now this command is going to create one pod, okay, and the pod name will be demo pod. Now to create pod, we have to use Docker image, and here we are using this nginx image. Now don't worry about this, we just need to concentrate on this run action. Now run action is going to run new pod, okay. So now let me run this command. Look what I'm getting. I'm getting this message, pod demo pod created, means run command created one pod demo pod. Now if I'm going to run same command again, kubectl get pods, previously I didn't get anything, I found like no resource found, but if I'm going to run same command again, I should get this new pod, right? So I'm just going to run this, and yes, I am getting one pod name. The pod name is demo pod. Pod is not ready yet because it is a 0.1. Now pod is actually creating container. So here we should get ready, but right now we have one pod, but it is not ready. System is actually creating this pod, right? So yeah, we are getting this pod. Get command is also working perfectly. Now I want to see the pod status. So I'm just going to repeat this, okay? And look, now I'm getting perfect one. Demo pod is ready to use, status is 1 by 1, pod status is running, and get command is giving me all this information, okay. So that's a simple option we have. Now we are moving ahead and let's run some other command, okay. So that's verify the pod, it is the same command, kubectl get pods, I already explained you this. Now we are getting detail about pod, but we want more detail. We want full detail about pod. So in this case, we are actually going to use describe command. Now this is the wrong one. Let me copy this properly. Okay. Now let me paste this. Now look, get command is just informing me that we have one pod, demo pod. But if I want all the detail about this particular demo pod, I'm using this action kubectl describe demo pod, right? So now we are going to get all the details. Now look at this. We are getting all the details, name, demo pod, namespace, right? We are getting all the details. Now I'm not going to explain you all these options because we don't know pod. So what is the description of pod, how we can understand it? So don't worry about this. Our main aim is to understand describe option, right? Describe is actually providing me all the information about related resources. Simple? Okay. Now, I don't want this pod in my system. So I have to delete this. In this case, we have to take another action. So what I am doing? I'm going to use command kubectl delete pod demo pod. Now what I want to delete? Demo pod, and delete is actually action, right? So far we already discussed about get, run, describe, and now we are going to delete this pod. Let me press enter. pod demo pod deleted from the default namespace. Now, if I'm going to use get command, we should not get any pod, right? So look, no resource found in the default namespace. Right now I'm just giving you an example of pod, but for all subsequent resources that we will create, we are using same options, right? So like there are actually very few options that we are using. Okay, get, delete, describe, run. Okay, that's what kubectl is. Now, we just want to verify this. We already verified kubectl get pod, so I'm not going to repeat this. Now, we are going to run one more command. Here, I'm going to use actually namespace. Now look, here I'm using create, right? Look, when we create pod, I use run action. Why? Because actually we are running the pod, right? But namespace is actually static. We cannot stop this. We cannot start this. For pod, we have a facility to run this. But here, we are not able to start or stop namespace. So we are using create command. Second thing that you need to understand is what is namespace, right? We will discuss about namespace in upcoming videos, but let me tell you what is namespace. Namespace is like a folder or like a directories we have in our computer system, right? In our computer, we have hard drive or SSD. Inside SSD, we cannot store all the files on the root, because if we will store all the files on the root, it will be very hard to manage them. Same way, in the Kubernetes cluster, you are able to create so many resources. Now, if you want to manage these resources, you can create namespace. So you can create namespace and you can say that, okay, my all the dev resources will be in the namespace 1. You can create another namespace called prod, and all the production resources, you will put them into the production namespace, right? So that's the namespace. Right now, we are just going to create one namespace, and the namespace would be demo action. Because we cannot start and stop namespace, we have option create here. We can start and stop pod. That's why we have run option over here. Okay. Now, inside Kubernetes, by default, we have one namespace already created. We call it default namespace. Okay. Right now, I am creating new one. So I just created this namespace demo action created. Now, if I am going to ask you a question, tell me how I can verify that this namespace has been created or not. Simple. Here we have to use command get namespaces, right? So look at this. Kubectl get namespaces. Once you will give this command, you will get detail about all the namespaces you have. Look at this. Right now I have one default namespace, and then this is a namespace that we have created here. If you create any resources without specifying namespace, it is always creating this namespace into the default. So default is one of the most important namespace. All this we will discuss about it in upcoming days, but this is a demo action namespace that we have created. Now, if I want to create pod inside demo action, I have to specify namespace while I'm going to run the pod. Otherwise, it is going to create this into the default, right? Okay, so that's the simple process we have. Now, we want to delete namespace. Again, the command will be same. Kubectl delete. Delete is action, namespace, and demo actions. Now, it will delete this namespace. Again, after deleting, if I want to verify this, the command would be same. I will use command kubectl get namespaces, and it will provide me this detail. Look. And if you look at over here, demo action is now disappeared. Why? Because we already deleted this with the action delete. Okay. So this is delete, and that's a confirmation. So these are the 10 tasks that we have completed over here in this particular lab. And if you look at this, all these are so simple. If you perform lab step by step, you are able to understand so many things. We are building solid foundation. And once we have our foundation ready, your Kubernetes journey will be so smooth. You do not need to remember this command. You have to understand this command, and with right tool like CloudFox Workstation, you are able to understand all of this for sure. So don't forget to download CloudFox Workstation. Link is in description. In the next video, we will perform next lab, and the next lab will be understanding kubectl resources and short names. Thank you. Goodbye.